This is the Spotlight review of Transformers Studio Series number 13, Voyager class Megatron from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, as you can tell by his tank mode. Anyway, before we take a look at the action figure at hand, let's put him aside for a moment and take a look at the packaging as partake of every single video review on this channel. So, starting off with Megatron's very nice artwork here. Looks so cool. I love it. This is such a good rendered form of Megatron. Probably one of the best out of the Transformers franchise. Really, I'm not joking. Number 13, Studio Series, Decepticon logo. Megatron trademark, by the way. Ages 8 and plus, Hasbro's logo. Up above that, we've got the Takara Tomy logo to let you know that dual branding this line. Transformers Revenge of the Fallen logo, and of course it would be on the top as well, once again letting you know that's where this character comes from, or should I say the figure based on the character. Transformers logo to the Misaligned Generations logo at the top right corner, onto the side here, and here's a different artwork of Megatron here as I'm showcasing, as you see. Very different. This one's more menacing. Looks so awesome once again. However, it's all ruined because of the not Decepticon logo in the open window packaging here on the side. Womp womp womp. Authentic Transformers stamp, which to remind you once again that if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff. Onto this side here, we've got Studio Series Megatron Up in Your Face, number 13. On this back here, and here we got some brief information that you can pause the viewer and read if you so want. Here's some more. There's that, letting you know what backdrop this figure comes with for his fight from Revenge of the Fallen, where he kills Optimus Prime. Oh, he made so many cry. His 32 steps of transformation from his tank mode to his robot mode. Other figures available in this line, which I pretty much own, and that's basically it for all this. Let's take a look at the only other contents he comes with, which you probably saw there. Here is Megatron's instructions, which I'll go ahead and show it off, because some people actually complained that I didn't show off brawls in his review, so here you go, have a good look at it. Anyway, Megatron in his tank mode looks very, very cool. Very nice, definitely movie accurate. Now, of course, there's going to be some things that may not be as accurate as they can come, but come on, for the scale that they're offering here, can you really expect them to go full-on masterpiece on this tank mode? There may be some things missing, but then again, it is a pretty good resemblance to what was seen in the movie. Very nice. We do have some working wheels down below, because the treads clearly do not roll. You can't really ask for much, and he doesn't roll too well, at least not on this ground here. Just doesn't line up too well in this mode. Maybe it's just my figure, your results will be different, but if you do have this figure and you're having the same problem, let me know. Jot it down in the comments section. I want to know if I'm the only one that's having this issue. Anyway, not much else to really say about it, so I'm going to go ahead and let you see it completely one last time, from the back to the sides to the front to the top. And the only other thing that this tank can actually do is it's got a little bit of some play articulation here with these cannons, which, you know, that's really all you're going to get unless you count this. Yeah, that's it. Turn doesn't rotate or anything like that. Megatron's head doesn't move in this mode. Some incredible paintwork, but regardless, not much else to really say. I mean, it's just a brick. And it's supposed to be. I mean, it's a tank. What else would you expect? Maybe a rotating turret, like I just said, but no, you don't get it. You don't get it, so don't ask. You don't get it. Hasbro says no. 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 Anyway, let's do some size comparisons. Here we go anyway. Here's Leader Class Grimlock, whose bottom just came undone. There we go. So here is Decepticon Blackout in comparisons to Megatron. Who should be the leader? He's huge. He's freaking huge. My God. Here's previously reviewed Decepticon Brawl. As you can see, pretty good size between these two here for tanks. It makes sense. There you have that. Let's bring in Toys R Us exclusive, or at least it used to be, Thundercracker. Which I do love this figure. I love this mold, period. That's why I still got Nitro Zeus in here. Right? Second in command, Starscream. The one he always pushes around in Generation 1. Not so much in the movie, maybe a couple times, but not really. There we go. Here's his arch enemy, Optimus Prime. And it's not bad of a scale between these two. I think this would be legit. And let's bring in Crowbar. Not much to say about this. Here's Autobot Ratchet. Here's Decepticon Stinger. Studio Series Ironhide. And here's my personal favorite, Studio Series Bumblebee. And of course, why not? Here's Baby Scorponok. Just throwing him out there. Oh, we're gonna have some fun with this. It's now time to move on to the next step in the video review, and that is the transformation from vehicle mode to robot mode. Starting off with the legs. Go ahead and separate them on these very small tabs. So we're gonna move this up. We're gonna move this out of the way a little bit so we can fold this part up like this, and then we can bring this around. This is gonna come down like this, and then we're gonna take this whole thing right here, and we're going to knock that out of place. These come off very easily on everyone's figure, so be expecting that. Anyway, right here on this part, we're going to slide the joint down all the way. It's pretty tight. Don't worry, you're not going to break it. Bring this up just a little bit so we can rotate this around like so. On this hinge here, fold it like that. Okay, now this part here could be a little complicated with keeping it in place because this likes to pop off as much as this. But if you hold on to both the joint and this piece at the same time, you can move it without knocking it over. But there's a tab right there and there's a slot right there. Go ahead and tap that in like so. Get you a nice click. Fold this back like this. And voila. There's a leg. Right. We could also split out his toes. Well, it's never actually split that far before. But yeah, I mean, there you go. There's that. And yes, we can put this back in place. I was hoping maybe I'd be able to do this transformation on the video without knocking that out. But hey, no one can. Anyway, second we go. There's the legs pretty much all ready to go. To the next step. Raise the camera so you can see all this. Mike's going to get a little bit big here because he is a big figure. So we'll untab all this from the front, untab this from the back. It should untab. It's on a very tight connection, like so. There we go. Okay, there we have that. Now we should be able to untab his arms and bring them out. The same thing on this side. Bring it out, fold it up like this so it's out of the way. Gives us enough clearance here to take on this double hinge. Hip, like so. There we go. Fold this down. Rotate. Fold down. Rotate. Next thing to do is to bring this back like this so we can get enough clearance to push in his cannon like so. There we go. And we're going to untab this as well. Push up. I seem to forget this. I've only done this a few times. My apologies. But yep. Now we should be able to tab in his shoulders, like so. Flip up the cannons. Okay, we're getting there. The only other thing to really do is to work with the head here. On this hinge here, push it forward, bring it down like so. Get everything adjusted to your liking. There we go. There's Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Megatron. I know I butchered that, but just deal with it. In his robot mode. And he looks good. You know, he's perfect. What can I say? Now, when I say perfect, I mean when it comes to taking the inspiration of the movie design and incorporating it into a Voyager class action figure here. You probably can't get any better than this for what Hasbro and Takara had the budget to work with. I mean, this is really good. I mean, this is the best looking Revenge of the Fallen Megatron that we've ever had in an action figure. It's really good. I mean, what else can I really say? Not much. So let's just go ahead and raise the camera a little bit because it's still not straight. There we go. So we can get a good look at all the detail on this guy. Raise it just a little bit more. He's huge. I am not kidding here. But, yeah. Anyway, there's the face. Nicely painted eyes. The teeth are painted gold, which from far away they disappear, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if we had maybe some silver to break up some of this dull gray plastic. But as it is, still pretty good. I mean, the prototype had a gold face, and I just didn't like that. I'm glad they went with this route instead of the gold painted face. It would have been so weird. But we do have some gold paint or copper, whichever one you want to say. So anyway, yeah, we got some nice details going on for his rib cage and all that. We got some nice details for the arms, for his shoulders, to the cannons in the back being very screen accurate to the model. We've also got some nice armor plating here for his thigh section. There's his individual toes that just... This side here really does not want to split out as much as the left side. I don't know what's going on here, but it's my figure. Your results will be different. But yes, his treads do make up his legs, which is movie accurate as well. And these panels here that just keep popping off, they just have a tendency to get in the way of everything. This right here should have been executed so much better, but hey, it is what it is. And that's to do some side-by-side comparisons. So as I raise the camera as high as I can get here, because we got some big figures coming in, let's go ahead and do this, starting off with, since he's over here, his enemy, Optimus Prime, heroic leader of the Autobots. And yes, I know some people have complained about the size between these two, but this is actually movie accurate, as they have incorporated into the Studio Series for robot mode only. Alright, so there you have that. Let's bring in some more. Here's Thundercracker. Pretty good. Here's Decepticon Crowbar. Here's Grimlock. Decepticon Brawl. Decepticon Stinger. Here's Autobot Ratchet. Here's Bumblebee. Here's Second in Command Air Commander Starscream. Studio Series Ironhide. And last but certainly not least, the big behemoth himself in Hef, Blackout. So yeah, Megatron may be a Voyager class action figure, but compared to this leader class figure, he's right up there. Actually, if you look real close, head-wise, yeah, Megatron is actually taller. Oh yeah, there's one other size comparison that I forgot. We can't forget the little Scorponok. There he is. So there's Scorponok compared to Studio Series Megatron. Right, now let's take a look at the articulation on this guy, which he does have quite a bit. For the Studio Series, this is to be expected. We do have a ball-jointed head. Does get a lot looking up due to transformation. You do get this going down because of the hinge here. You also get your swivel, which you can expect, and a little bit of some tiltage. Not much though, because of the design of the head. For the shoulders, you get a hinge joint to allow a full 360. You do get your inward and outward movement as well on a separate hinge here, as you can see behind the shoulder. You do have bicep swivel joint. You got single jointed elbows that does get 90 degrees of bend. Well, actually a little more than 90 degrees. What am I talking about? Got a hinge joint for his fingers, which are individually articulated. At least this one is, and the rest are conjointed. Nothing at the waist due to transformation. For the legs, you get all the play you can expect with this much kicking forward and this much going back without any hindrance whatsoever. You also get your JCVD quality of approval when it comes to the full split, so I'm very happy about that. You have thigh swivel joint as well, which is nice. Now the knees are a little complicated because this is the way that they're designed anyway. So you do get a hinge joint right here and a hinge joint right there. You do have some ankle rocker pivot, not really any moving forward or back on this joint here. That's what makes it up for right here basically. And the toes are individually articulated, but they don't work as good as some other figures have. Now besides the goodness that is his articulation, he does also have one other feature which is pretty accurate to the movie and the way he killed Optimus Prime in the Force fight. He has a flip out blade, which is pretty nicely detailed, very cool. I love the sculpting of this. One thing that kind of bothers me is the fact that they use that very gummy plastic material which makes it bend very easily. So be prepared to get a heat gun or a blow dryer to pretty much warp this if it comes out that way, as it did for me when I first pulled him out of packaging. Just be forewarned basically. And if you flip it back, you do have your arm cannon. So there's that. The last thing to show off, which comes with this set as we move Megatron, is basically the backdrop. And here is the Force battle where he killed Optimus Prime with a little help. Thank you very much, Grindor. You will be missed. But anyway, as you can see, number 13 Studio Series Generations logo right there. We got Transformers, the All Out logo, and right down here we've got Revenge of the Fallen and the authentic Transformers stamp, which once again, to remind you, if it doesn't say authentic, it's a knockoff. It's made of that very sturdy cardboard, which, you know, I appreciate, unlike crowbars, but it does hold up pretty well. But let's see how it looks with the figure on it now. Very good. I actually do like this. This is not too bad at all. Make a good display if I actually had the room for this stuff, but since I don't, it's going back in the box. Except for the figure. You can be displayed in my curio cabinet with all the others. And that's basically it for the review on this guy. I can go ahead and give you my final thoughts now to call it a wrap. And basically, yes, this figure is actually worth it. Just be forewarned, there may be some QC issues with yours. Regardless though, he's once again another great figure to add to your collection. And this is basically one of those figures where it pretty much represents where size does not matter. For a Voyager class figure to be the same height as a Leader class figure, you get pretty much your bang for your buck. I mean, he is an incredible figure that I just love everything he has to offer, regardless of some quality issues with my figure. I love the paint job for what they had to work with here. I mean, what else can I really say about him? He's incredibly articulated. He's huge. Again, he's huge, which is accurate. And that's all I can really ask for when it comes to the Studio Series. Actually, that's a lie. I could ask for a lot more in the terms of other characters. And we've got one other figure to look at, which you've seen in this video, in the next video review on this channel. So questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you like today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a sub up. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. And don't forget to throw in the towel. And this is the unprofessional toy reviewer Red is Power signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you whenever you see me.